And good evening, everyone, and welcome into the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. I am your host, Russ Renault, and thanks for joining us here again on another Sunday night in Houston, Texas, as we look back at last night's Noche UFC event, and we get into this box of 2023 Panini Prizm later on in the show. So if you're joining us for the first time, the first part of the show, we talk about last night's event, and we talk about the fights coming up. And then in the middle, we talk about the latest hobby news. We do our hobby top five, the top five fighters in the hobby right now, not the top five pound for pound, but the hottest fighters as far as breaks and who people are collecting. So that's what we do here on the show, and we try to get through the fight news quickly so we can get into these cards. We've got 2 more boxes of Prizm to go. This is our 10th out of a case this year, so we took a little break and did some Donruss in the middle, and now we've got some more Prizm. So if you see anything on the show that you want to buy, this is not a break show, we don't sell spots, so if you see anything on the show that you want to buy, you can contact me directly by email, russ@orange-fire.com. You can go on our website, and you can go to orange-fire.com, and you can see links to the show. You can also purchase the Houston area craft brewery map, the one you see over my right shoulder. Those are for sale there. That's just part of the business as well, that side of it. You can find me on X at Fight Cards Russ or at Orange Fire Media. You can find me on Facebook, Russ Renault, Reneau, or the Orange Fire Media page. And we also have an eBay store. So everything that's not sold on the show and claimed on the show, that we send it to eBay, later on in the week. And you can find that Orange Fire lots of lots. We usually have 25 to 35 card lots put up at on any given time, and so check those out. There's a lot of fighter lots there, more than one card. Some you'll see listed as a single card, but usually you'll end up with whatever I have of that fighter. So check that out. We've also got a good Jack Della Maddalena lot up there that you'll see here in a second. I'm going to go through the hits that we've had here on the show that we still have left, and the ones from last week that we have, and so you'll get to see just kind of what we do here on the show. So thanks for joining us, and use that chat box if you want, if you have any questions, if you have any comments on what we're talking about, if you have any comments on the fight from last night, any of the fights, then we can talk about that. We don't go through every single one. We go through the ones that are kind of related to the hobby. We like to be the family-friendly UFC show. I was listening to a show earlier today, and I want you to be able to listen to this show with your kids in the car, because the show I was listening to, I had to turn off. And so we want to be the place that you come talk about the hobby, talk about the fights, and you can do it with your kids in the car as well, because this is available on all the podcast platforms. We upload that after the show. We do it live here on YouTube, and then you'll find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And so we appreciate anybody listening. So we will go through every card. So somebody listening, in their car, at work, whatever, that if you hear a card that you're interested in, you can come back and watch the replay on YouTube and see that card and see if you want to pursue that. Reach out to me if you want to buy it. So really appreciate that support there. So let's get into Noche UFC last night from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and this just coming on the heels of UFC 293 last weekend in Sydney, where obviously we saw Sean Strickland upset Israel Adesanya for the middleweight championship, and so we had a women's strawweight title fight during a fight night. What was labeled as a fight night, Noche UFC Mexican Independence Day. The strawweight champion Alexa Grasso defending against the former champion who she took the belt off of in March, Valentina Shevchenko. So they get that rematch with Valentina. 7 straight title defenses, getting that immediate rematch, and could not be more disappointing for me. As far as I go, if you haven't heard already, split draw. So one judge had it 48-47 for Shevchenko, one had it 48-47 for Grasso. I personally had it 48-47 for Shevchenko, and then the decisive one, 47-47, a 10-8 round for Grasso in round 5. Had it been scored 10-9, Shevchenko would have regained the belt, but it's a split draw, and Grasso holds on to the title because she didn't lose it. So that's pretty disappointing because that scorecard's been the talk of social media today, and everybody knows it's absurd. That fight was too close for any of those rounds to be a 10-8. And everybody says that one wasn't a 10-8, and I said I was thinking if any round was a 10-8, and the most dominant round I felt was Shevchenko in the third, when she almost got that guillotine submission in the third round, and she kind of dominated that whole thing on the ground in that round. So, and really, Grasso didn't have much to do in that round. So if you want to say that round 5 was a 10-8 for Grasso, I'm going to say that round 3 was a 10-8 for Shevchenko, and you end up with a new champion. So unfortunate there that we didn't get a clear winner. And that kind of we kind of thought that if Grasso won outright, that the division would move on. We would see an Erin Blanchfield matchup, a Manon Fiorot matchup against Grasso next. Who knows what we're going to get next? Are we going to get Shevchenko again? Because my feeling with Shevchenko is she's not getting younger. If they give Blanchfield the next shot, or they give Fiorot the next shot, then Blanchfield's going to have to wait a while. She's going to be, 36 by the time she gets another shot at the title. And if you look at the stats, those do not go well for female fighters over the age of 35, which she is now. So who knows? Personally, just for her legacy, a lot of people say they don't want to see a third fight. I kind of do, just the age of Shevchenko is at right now, because I think if she has to wait for another fighter, this division will have moved on by that point. And I think that it will be very tough for her to ever see that belt again, which, maybe that's part of the game. Maybe it is Erin Blanchfield's time. I'm all for that. Maybe more so than a Manon Fiorot fight. I did see a scenario you could say, let's go Grasso and Blanchfield next. And on that same card, let's go Shevchenko, Fiorot, and let's have a tournament and let's play it out this way. So who knows? It makes it fun to talk about, and all these different scenarios that we could come up with for the women's strawweight division. But right now, I think the sentiment, not necessarily the one that I feel, is that it's time to move on from Shevchenko. I don't feel that way. It wasn't a loss last night. It wasn't a win. She's right there. She has been the longtime champion. So I think maybe that third fight is justified, and maybe we will see that. So moving on from that fight, and like I said, you can comment about any fight at any time. We can come back to it if there's something that you think I didn't touch on. We don't go into a whole lot of detail because there's a lot of shows that do, and we've got more of the schedule that we go through later, talking about some of the fights that have been added to the schedule this week. So that's kind of more of what we do here on the show. So let's talk about that co-main event in the welterweight division. Number 14, Jack Della Maddalena defeating Kevin Holland by a split decision. Kevin Holland ranked number 13 in the division. It wasn't the most exciting, not the most exciting fight, not the one we were expecting, with some fireworks between these two that just didn't happen. It felt like they were feeling each other out for most of the 15 minutes. And, Jack Della Maddalena taking care of business. I'm very thankful for that, considering these cards that we have to show coming up, and you'll see those in just a second. We've got some stuff that I'd really like to move. I'd like to see some Jack Della Maddalena fans end up with these. So hold on to that and keep that in your pocket. That will show you some really good JDM cards here coming up soon. So yeah, I think with Jack Della Maddalena, there's some intriguing stuff going on. I heard the name Vicente Luque thrown around today. Ian Gary. I don't know about that one yet at this point. Maybe after their next fights that collision course could happen. I don't want to see that one this early. Let's just see what happens. I kind of like to hold on to that one, see how they fare in their next fights, and then let's move forward with that. So let's go to Raul Rosas Jr. against Terrence Mitchell. A knockout in the first round, 54 seconds. Best that Rosas Jr. has looked with the hands. Just stopping Mitchell with that left hand, just froze him. then jumped on top of the ground and pound and got the finish. So Raul Rosas Jr. back into the win column in that hype train, getting started again. I think he's got a ways to go, and they're going to bring him on a little bit more slowly than maybe anticipated, and we'll just see. He's got a ton of time, a lot of time for him, and not to rush anything with him. So I just think he just needs to keep getting better and better. Like he showed, he made some adjustments and got an opponent that he can handle pretty, easily. I think we knew that the UFC is going to protect him a little bit. So hats off to him to getting it done with the hands and showing us something new. So I'm not going to go through every fight, but I am going to touch on some things that may, shake up a division, some results that people may want to look at down the road. And, one of the most impressive things that we saw last night was Lupe Godinez defeating Elise Reed by a second round submission. She's been great. She's looked great lately, Lupe Godinez, against some good opponents. So look for her to move up and start making a name for herself and putting herself in position, that strawweight division that is starting to stack up nicely. It used to be just Valentina and everybody else. And I think we're kind of moving on from that. And you've got a lot coming up. Got a lot coming up in that division. Another women's result that was pretty impressive was number 14, Tracy Cortez, defeating number 15, Jasmine Jasudavicius in the women's flyweight division. So Tracy Cortez, a long layoff. There's a lot of stuff going on with Tracy, and she looked great last night. So great win for her, and we'll see how that looks for her moving up in that flyweight division. So that's everything that we have to go through from last night's event. So we'll kind of look ahead to what's on the schedule coming up over the next couple of months. We have had a few fights added this week, and we'll hit the highlights on those. So next week we've got a fight night from the Apex. So that's September 23rd, and you've got a lightweight matchup between number 6, Rafael Fiziev, and number 7, Mateusz Gamrot. And then you've got a featherweight matchup in the co-main, number 10, Bryce Mitchell against number 12, Dan Ige. And also women's strawweight, a couple of ranked fighters, number 9, Marina Rodriguez against number 13, Michelle Waterson-Gomez, and each of them really needing a win in this one. Michelle Waterson-Gomez, she signed a contract extension, so she's pretty safe. But Marina Rodriguez, she needs a W pretty bad. Looking at this card, like I said last week, I like the Muhammad Usmans on this card. I like heavyweight fights. And just being Kamaru's brother, that's a good story there. Something to watch out for. So another event that was added this week, another Apex card. So we've got October 7th. So I guess we're skipping September 30th. We've got a lightweight main event between number 10, Grant Dawson, and Bobby Green, always game. Grant Dawson, he had said in an interview, he was supposed to get the winner of Drew Dober and Jalen Turner. And that was Drew Dober. But if you remember that fight, Jalen Turner kicked Drew Dober so hard in the face, it broke his orbital bone. So Drew Dober not ready for action against Grant Dawson. So we'll see what happens. I fully expect Grant Dawson to take care of business. I think he's, right up there with all the great lightweights in this sport. That's the most competitive division. It's got the most, top elite level guys, a bunch of former interim champions, former champions, all over the place. But I like what I've seen from Grant Dawson. We'll see what he does against Bobby Green. Some more fights on that card. Middleweight division, one of the rookies in the 2023 products, Joe Pyfer against Abdul Razak Al Hassan. And we got local product from my area, Alex Morono, back in action. He trains here in the Woodlands area, and he'll be taking on Joaquin Buckley in the welterweight division. We also got Drew Dober against Ricky Glenn and Philippe Lins against Ion Kutalaba, light heavyweight matchup. And then let's see what else is down the card. See if any of the rookies are on this card. Don't see anybody else on there. Karolina Kowalkiewicz returned to action against Diana Belbita, women's strawweight matchup. So that's that Apex event on October 7th. So then we move to another fight night, and for another one from the Apex on October 14th. And featherweight main event between number 11 Sadiq Youssef and number 12 Edson Barboza. I kind of like Barboza in that one, just from what we saw last time. He looked as good as ever his last time out. Women's flyweight matchup, top 10, number 7 Jennifer Maia, and number 7 Jennifer Maia against number 10 Viviane Araújo. And then we got a bantamweight matchup between number 13 Jonathan Martinez and number 14 Adrian Yanez. There's also another ranked fighter on that card, flyweight division. Number 15, David Dvorak against Tatsuro Taira, both rookies in the 2023 products. And then we get to another big one, UFC 294, October 21st in Abu Dhabi. Got the lightweight championship on the line once again. Same matchup as last year in Abu Dhabi. The champion Islam Makhachev against the number 1 contender, the former champion Charles Oliveira. And, these two, that's where Makhachev won the belt last year off of Oliveira. So we see that rematch now. And then we've got a great middleweight co-main with number 4 Khamzat Chimaev and number 7 Paulo Costa. We've got another middleweight matchup between number 13 Nasruddin Imavov and Ikram Aliskerov. Got a great light heavyweight matchup here. The return of the number 2 contender Magomed Ankalaev taking on number 6 Johnny Walker. Really looking forward to that fight. Got a top 15 flyweight matchup, number 9 Tim Elliott, and the return of number 11 Muhammad Mukayev. If you remember Mukayev, he got a victory his last time out, but his opponent really had that knee locked up pretty good there at the end, and he held on to that buzzer, and but probably did a lot of damage to that knee. But he's coming back now, so we'll see how he comes back from that injury. Then we got a fight night November 4th in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Number 5 Curtis Blades, number 9 Jailton Almeida in the heavyweight division. Some other ranked fighters on there, Angela Hill returning, and we've got a heavyweight matchup, number 15 Rodrigo Nascimento against Datel Mays. A lot of great Brazilian card, a lot of Brazilian fighters on that card. Then we get to probably the biggest one of them all coming up on November 11th, UFC 295 from Madison Square Garden in New York. And of course, that is the heavyweight matchup between John Jones and the number 3 ranked contender, the greatest heavyweight of all time so far, Stipe Miocic. So they will square off for the title. We've got a women's strawweight matchup there between number 6 Jessica Andrade and number 8 Mackenzie Dern. And got another top 15 flyweight matchup. Number 8 Matt Schnell against number 14 Steve Erceg. And added this week, we got a main event November 18th from the Apex in Las Vegas. A middleweight matchup between number 10 Brendan Allen and number 13 Paul Craig. So that is the UFC schedule coming up for the next few months. A lot of great fights on here, and we'll look forward to it, and we'll recap all of them right here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast every week. So now's the time in the show where we look at some hobby news. We've got Chronicles dropping this week. I believe that date's still set, that we'll see that sometime later in the week. Then we've got our Hobby Top 5 coming up. It has not changed this week, so let's get to that here quickly. Like I said, this is the top 5 fighters in the hobby, the fighters that people are collecting, paying a lot for in breaks, and really looking out for. You'll see it in different groups that people are looking for these fighters, so you'll see these names quite a bit. So that's just kind of how I come up with this, and so let's get into our Hobby Top 5. So at number 5 is our lone female fighter, the best female rookie in the 2023 products, And that, of course, is Aaron Blanchfield. Number 4, up-and-coming light heavyweight contender now, middleweight contender is Khamzat Chimaev. I forgot we dropped some people out recently. So Khamzat at number 4. Number 3 is Shavkat Rakhmonov, the best non-rookie. Then a rookie from last year. But the best rookie this year, and it is Bo Nickel. Even though some of those redemption rumors, him not doing them, may hurt that stock a little bit. And number 1, after the big victory over Aljamain Sterling last month, is Sugar Sean O'Malley. Of course, everybody looking for Sean O'Malley now. So you see that top 5 there. Sean O'Malley number 1, Bo Nickel number 2, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Khamzat Chimaev, and Aaron Blanchfield. So that is our hobby top 5 for this week. All right, so now let's get into our card segment of the show. We've got this box of Prizm. We'll set that aside for right now. We're going to look at the hits that we've had from the last couple of weeks. So we're going to start with Select first because that's what we have the least amount of left. So we've gotten an Alexander Rakic Sparks. That's number to 99. Like I said, we try to put some lots together. That'll get you a silver, some other Rakic cards that we have left over. The other, Billy Quarantillo. We've got another Sparks. This one's unnumbered. So we've got 2 memorabilia cards from Select, and then the only other numbered card we have is Verna Jandaroba, red rookie, numbered to 175. So we've got some other unnumbered color cards, but those are the best ones left. Do have a few John Jones that are color, some tricolor, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and do the Donruss and some other things thrown in here too. But we opened, the whole case of Donruss, and now we'll go through, show you the best of that. But it does start with a Select for a reason. So that's what I was talking about. We've got the Jack Della Maddalena auto numbered to 49. That's the purple. But that also, we've got these listed together on eBay. So we've got the Donruss auto as well. So 2 Jack Della Maddalena autographs in there. Get you a purple press proof. We'll throw in a rookie in there. One from Prizm. So good little Jack Della Maddalena lot if you want one. My opinion. Auto that we pulled last week goes with an auto we pulled a little while ago. So we pulled this Prizm Marvin Vettori last week, and we also have a Donruss Marvin Vettori, both those unnumbered, just the regular base auto, but throw in some more Marvin for you. Got some other autos left. This is a good one. As far as low number goes, it ended up being our lowest number card in Donruss. Damon Jackson, Blue Hollow Laser auto, numbered to 25. Get you some other Damon Jackson cards with that. Got a Jeff Neal in the teal, number 25. Cheeto Vera, Blue Hollow Laser, it's number 49. Dean Thomas as well. Got a little Jared Cannonier lot here. So, got the Blue Hollow Laser, Red Hollow Laser, number 4975. Throw in a Ruby Wave, some Blue Velocity, and some other cards. Even got some 2020 tops of Jared Cannonier. So we do have a lot of the Donruss left, and we also have complete sets of Donruss. We have number 1 through 200, we've got probably 5 or 6. We do have one full complete set, 1 through 225. That's all the rookies, all the Authority of the Octagon, and all the inserts. We do have one full set of everything. So if you're interested in that, would love for you to reach out and grab those while I have them. So if you need a complete set of Donruss 1 to 200, or you want the entire set, everything, let me know. So we got Kevin Holland, Red Hollow Laser, number 75. Kyler Phillips. Got Daniel Cormier, comes with a hyper. Santiago Ponzinibbio, Red Hollow Laser. Got a Ruby Wave from last year. Some other Santiago Ponzinibbio cards. And we got Mike Brown, the Red Hollow Laser. Volkan Ozdemir, Red Hollow Laser, Tricolor, Silver Select. Some other Vulcan as well. Jack Shore, Silver, number 99. Alexander Romanov, Silver. Then to finish off our Donruss, Irina Aldana. They get you a hyper as well. Then Magomed Ankalaev, Octagon Royalty. And Michel Pereira, Octagon Canvas. Some Select. And the last memorabilia card we have from Donruss is Rafael dos Anjos, Octagon Royalty. So now we'll look at the Prizm that we have left. The numbered and auto cards anyway. We do have some other, Blue Wave, Ruby Wave, Silver. We got a bunch of that left. But let's go through the auto and the numbered cards we have. So pulled this one last week, Drakkar Klose, rookie auto. And I get you a silver as well. Pulled this one. We got another Octagon Prizm. Our first one was Damon Jackson. We got rid of that one. Then we got Macy Chiasson. So obviously these are numbered to 8. And this one is a bookend, 8 of 8 with Macy. You can see there. So lowest cards in this case so far. The Macy Chiasson and the Damon Jackson Octagon Prizm. Get your Ruby Wave as well. We've sent these redemptions off, but we've got Israel Adesanya, throwback signatures, and that comes with a purple, number 149. Also sent this one off as well. BJ Penn, champion signatures. Those are just base autos. But that one also gets you Red Hollow Laser from Donruss. Got a silver hall monitors, a green retail. And a lot of other BJ Penn cards that we'll throw in there, including some 2015. So, pretty good BJ Penn lot we got working. Pulled this one last week. Glover Teixeira Orange, number to 99. Mario Bautista, number to 149, the purple. Blue, Lucas Almeida, rookie. That also comes with the Ruby Wave and the silver. The red with the Said Yakub Kakramanov. Frankie Edgar, red. Gets you a silver. And the last one, numbered wise that we have, Dominic Reyes, red. And also get you a select tricolor with that one. All right. So, hope you enjoyed seeing those, the stuff that we've had from the last couple of weeks. And like I said, you can reach out a few different ways You can email me directly, russ@orange-fire.com. You can find that on our eBay store, Orange Fire Lots of Lots. Lots of ways to get in touch. Go to our website, orange-fire.com, and you can find everything that you'd want to know about Orange Fire Media and the UFC Fight Cards podcast there. So let's get our box of Prizm back out. Put that there. Let me get these gloves on. Protect these cards. Like I said, just to kill some time while I get these gloves on. Yeah, that was pretty disappointing last night with Grasso and Shevchenko. You know, it shouldn't have been. I could have lived with Grasso winning the fight. I don't have anything against her. I mean, it was a great fight. She looked great. I would not have minded one bit if Grasso had won. I just wanted an outright winner in that fight because I don't think it should have been a draw. It was close, but there's 5 rounds for a reason, and nobody dominated to a point where you should get a 10-8. Just absurd. Mike Bell, sorry, pal. I know you're taking it today, and that's the way it goes. Just unjustified. Well, I mean, I'm sure you could justify it in your mind, but this calls into question a little bit with those results. So a lot of people have a problem with the judging anyway. These don't help at all in it. And you don't want to hold up a division, because now you're leaving it in limbo. Because what are you going to do now? You've got this result just hanging over the division that you would think that Valentina Shevchenko deserves a rematch, but do people want to see this third fight? I mean, I don't think anybody have a problem with the third fight, really. Do we get too much into that? Well, the fans don't want to see it. How do you know? How do you know that they don't want to see it? I mean, who wouldn't want to watch that fight again? I would personally. Maybe Erin Blanchfield just has to wait. And guess what? I'm a huge Erin Blanchfield fan. I want to see her fight for the title. But I want to see it, legitimately to have an outright champion coming off that. So who knows? Let's just see where this goes. I'm sure we'll know more here in the next few months what they're trying to do. All right, so here we go. 12 packs, 12 cards each. Looking for 2 autos. Looking to beat our Octagon Prizms. All right, here we go. Pack number 1. I'm going to remember to pull that back card from the pack this time. It's always like the throwaway card you forget about. So I'm going to do better about that today. So we got a GSP, George St. Pierre, all out. Cheyenne Blissmus, rookie. Aljamain Sterling, Jalen Turner, Sergey Pavlovich, Jeff Neal, Amanda Lemos, Jake Matthews, Ilya Topuria. Oh man. Color Blast of Islam. We're just holding on for that, right? Man, this came late. Box 10 out of 12. Get a huge case hit. That is just a thing of beauty. I just want to admire that for a little while. Wow. All right. Top that. Don't know if we'll be able to. Nice hit. Yeah, it's going to be nice to come back and look at that again at the end of the show. We'll go back through all the hits, but man, that's a way to start off this box. Carlos Ulberg, silver. Everything's going to be anticlimactic here from here on out. Yeah, you're Rodriguez with a Ruby Wave. Gotta check and see if we have a complete set of Prizm. Pretty sure we do. So, like I said, if you need a complete set of Donruss, you need a complete set of Prizm. Pretty sure we have. I know we have Donruss, so let's see if we have the Prizm. So here we go. Benil Dariush. Another Macy Chason. Tony Ferguson. Rafael Fiziev. Chris Barnett. Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, Jennifer Maya, Stipe Miocic. We got an orange Marab Dvalishvili, number to 99. Check C, number 32, 99. So we've got some Marab. Got a rookie Ruby Wave of Matthew Simmelsberger. To finish it out, Fearless Carla Esparza. Supposed to take that last card from the back, so we don't run into that. Remember it this time. Let's grab that card. We got a Tito Ortiz Dominance, Chao Barallo, rookie Alex Perez, Yair Rodriguez, Corey Sandhagen, Penny Kianzad, Cody Durden, Johnny Walker, Michelle Pereira, Hamzat Chimaev, Alessandre Pantoja, your flyweight champion, the silver, and Michelle Watterson Gomez, the Blue Wave. And after we get through these next two boxes of Prizm, we'll start breaking out some of the old lots that we have left. There's a Michelle Watterson lot that we have. It's got a blue Prizm from last year, I believe. So start breaking those out. And, you know, my Tom Aspinall collection will be for sale. That's a really good one. Michael Chandler, Juliana Pena. We've got some good ones. So we'll start making those available. We also have some card giveaways. I'll tell you about those after we go through this pack. Michael Morales, rookie. Kyler Phillips. Taito Avasa. David Dvorak. Mark Madsen. This one's full of rookies. Tabitha Ricci. Sean Woodson. It's all rookies in this one. Mohamed Makayev. Anthony Hernandez. Wow. All rookies. Jonathan Pierce with a purple. I think we pulled an orange very early. A long time ago before we got the Donruss. That pack was full of rookies. So there's your Jonathan Pierce and Amanda Nunes Hyper. That's another interesting thing. The women's bantamweight division has not moved at all since her retirement. Don't know how Juliana Pena is doing coming back from that rib injury. If they're holding out that matchup, her and Raquel Pennington, I would imagine. There's Kamaru Usman with All Out to finish off that pack. But yeah, they need to get some champions in some of these divisions. We've got 3 vacant belts right now, light heavyweight, in both the women's bantamweight and featherweight, with Nunes retiring. We'll hold off that one since it's silver. That's the back card. So yeah, Amanda Nunes and this one right here, Raquel Pennington. Want to see that, so we can get a champion in there. Javid Basharat, Stephen Thompson, Nikita Krylov, Jonathan Pierce, Rose Namajunas, Chidi Njokwani, Tyler Santos, Derek Lewis. Got a silver Mario Bautista. That'll go along with that purple that we have. So we'll put those together. Another rookie color, Chris Barnett with the Ruby Wave. And this next card will give me back to the card giveaways. It'd be a good segue into that. That'd be a silver John Jones Dominance. And so we're looking at getting 100 subscribers, which would be ambitious for us here in the next couple weeks. We have 7 Fighter Lot card giveaways that we want to do for our subscribers. So you do have to subscribe to the show. But we've got John Jones, Jan Blachowicz, Justin Gagey, Robert Whitaker, Glover Teixeira, Holly Holm, and Misha Tate. And all of those are at least 10 cards. John Jones and Holly Holm are at least 20. Some of the other ones may be pushing 20 at this point. But they all come with a numbered card. And Misha Tate's actually has 2. So I want to give those away. But we got to grow the show. We got to get the subscribers up. And if you do subscribe, leave us a comment. Subscribe on all the platforms if you can. And leave us a good rating. And that'll help us out to grow this show. If you love this show, then get the word out. We're going to be doing some other things once we get through these cards. Like I said, we're still working on adding some guests. That we have that ability now to go ahead and get some of those on there. So I already see some good color back there, so this is a good one. Don't know who it is, but know it's a low number. Habib Nurmagomedov, All Out. Matt Frivola, rookie. Mario Bautista, John Jones, Terrence McKinney, Chan Sung Young, Jamal Hill, Matt Hughes, Josiane Nunes, rookie, Holly Holm, and here we go, Raquel Pennington, Mojo. So reach out to our good friend John Eisner, see if he needs that. See, I'll remember. If you just tell me who you collect, I'll try to keep it in mind. Try to keep a list of everybody that lets me know. So there's your Raquel Pennington Mojo. So we've had a Color Blast and a Mojo in this box. So if you missed the Color Blast, you will have to wait till the end of the show to see it again. And I'm not going to tell you who it is either. But it's a big one. So Jennifer Maya Hyper to finish off that pack. All right. So we're halfway through. May need to grab some more. See how we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll grab a couple of more sleeves here real quick. Just grab a handful so we make sure we don't run out. All right. And I want to thank everybody watching on Facebook and Twitter as well. We added that a couple weeks ago just to open up the stream and just get out on a few more platforms. So let's start off with the one from the back. Zhang Wei Li with the Fearless. Alessandre Pantoja. Yair Rosenstrike, Ignacio Bahamondes, Chris Gutierrez, Surreal Gone, Merab Davalishvili, Jared Cannonier, Song Yadong, Norman Dumont, Terrence McKinney Silver, and we've got a Jeff Neal Blue Wave. I believe we have a Jeff Neal memorabilia card from Donruss. I believe we still have that left. That'll go with that. No, it's the teal. We have the Jeff Neal teal from Donruss. So we'll put those together. So I haven't seen an auto yet, but obviously we hit a monster pretty early in the first pack. So don't know that we'll see 2 autos in this one. So Alex Pereira, Dominance, is that back card. Melsik Bagdasarian, Drakkar Klose, Brian Battle, Alexander Rakic, Vivian Araujo, Marina Rodriguez, Lauren Murphy, Philip Rowe, Alice Gobkes-Reeve, and we've got another Israel Adesanya color. This one's orange. So that one's numbered to 99. We've got a purple already. We've got an auto. So we'll put all those together. Number 18 of 99 for Israel Adesanya. See if he gets that rematch with Sean Strickland. Figure that's probably going to happen. Then to finish off this pack, we've got a Rafael dos Anjos Ruby Wave, and that will go with the memorabilia card that we have. You know we have that one from Donruss, an Octagon Royalty. Saw those earlier in the show, all those hits we've had. And we'll go through these at the end of the show. So we got 4 packs left, 3 after this one. So didn't want to see that yet. Didn't see who it was. Leon Edwards all out. Colby Covington, Patty Pimblett, Habib Nurmagomedov, TJ Dillashaw, Zhang Wei Li, Sean O'Malley, Molly McCann, Andre Petrosky, Ticio Torres, Alex Pereira Silver, and we've got an auto behind that one. So let's see who that is. It is Jailton Almeida. Nice rookie in this product. One of the up-and-coming heavyweights. You know what? Probably one of the bigger rookies in here. You've got, obviously, you've got Pereira. You've got Bo Nickel and Aaron Blanchfield. I think those are the top 3. And then you get into the Jack Della Maddalena. He's probably 4. And Jailton Almeida might be right there in that top 5 or close to it. You know, Renat Fakhrudinov, you know, that Jailton Almeida, he's making a name for himself, and he's coming up on a main event. So, that's a big auto to get. And this definitely has been our best box. No matter what's left, I think we can safely say that between this and the Color Blast, that we're doing all right. And and that doesn't hurt either. Getting the former middleweight champion rookie card, the silver. It's just silver, but people need silver. You pair it with something else, build a nice little Alex Pereira lot for somebody. So 3 packs left. Auto down. 1 auto down. Let's see what this back card is. So Islam Makhachev, Fearless. We go to the current middleweight champion of the world, Sean Strickland. Piero Rodriguez, Mike Malott, Gilbert Burns, Matt Schnell, Dominic Reyes, Brock Lesnar, Alatengeli. Oh, how do we pull that off? Back to back. Somebody's asleep over at Panini. We got a blue Ticio Torres. So I don't think John needs this one, but we'll check anyway when we check in on that Raquel Pennington. Those are numbered to 175. So Ticia blue. One of the better hype. Well, my list of rookies did not include one from last night. He may be in that top 5. Him and Almeida, Makayev, Fakradinov fighting for that last spot in the top 5, I would believe. The other ones are pretty solid. But had Raul Rosas Jr. not lost that last fight before last night, he'd definitely be up there with Bo Nickel. They'd probably be 1 and 2. But so there's a hyper from Raul Rosas Jr. So now we're down to 2. So, Forrest Griffin Hall monitors, Kakar France, Irene Aldana, Mobsar Evloev, Andrea Lee, Justin Gagey, Vicente Luque, Robert Whitaker, Charles Oliveira, Ketlin Vieira, Silver, Korean Zombie, and Ruby Wave of Alex Perez. So down to our last pack. I don't know that we could expect another auto after what we've pulled here, but we'll hold out hope that there's one more in here. So here we go, last pack. All right, so Alexander Volkanovski, Dominance, Jeremiah Wells, Dustin Poirier, Daniel Rodriguez, Jordan Levitt, Saeed Yakub Kakramanov, Jailton Almeida, Darren Till, Bilal Muhammad, Luana Pinheiro, and we got a red Jack Hermanson, numbered to 199. We got a hyper Stipe Miocic, and that is it. We got one auto, but I think we made up for it with the others. We will take that. because of what you'll see here when we go back through it. So I'm going to put that card that's on the bottom, I'm going to take that one, put it back there. So we'll save that one for last, because that was by far the best card we've pulled. All right, here we go. Let's go back through these. Carlos Ulberg, silver. Yair Rodriguez with a ruby wave. Merab Dvalishvili, orange. Those are numbered 99. Ruby wave, Matthew Simmelsberger. Silver, Alessandro Pantoja. Blue wave, Michelle Watterson. Purple, Jonathan Pierce. Number 149. Hyper, Amanda Nunes. Silver, Mario Bautista. We also have a purple that'll go with. Chris Barnett with a ruby wave. John Jones, silver dominance. Got a Mojo with Raquel Pennington. Numbered to 25. Got a Hyper, Jennifer Maya. Silver, Terrence McKinney. Blue wave of Jeff Neal that we'll put with the teal that we have from Donruss. So Israel Adesanya, the orange. Hey David, thanks for joining us in here. Appreciate it. You're about to see a big hit we had earlier here at the end. Biggest one we've had so far. So Israel Adesanya with the orange. We have a purple Izzy and also an auto that we've sent off for, so we'll put those all together at some point. Rafael Dos Anjos with the ruby wave. We've got Octagon Royalty that can go with. Here's the one auto that we pulled. The Jailton Almeida, the rookie. It's a base, but one of the better rookies, so we'll take that. Hey David, tell us who you collect before I get to the end. Alex Pereira with a silver rookie. Ticia Torres, blue. So numbered to 175. Raul Rosas Jr., hyper. Chen Sung Young, silver. Alex Perez, ruby wave. And Jack Hermanson with the red, number to 199. And so Stipe Miocic with the hyper, that was the last one that we pulled. And for the big reveal, for those of you who missed it, this is our biggest card that we've pulled so far. Not just out of Prizm, but out of all the 2023 products so far. I think this is the biggest. Maybe, I don't know, debatable whether it's the biggest one we've ever pulled on the 34 weeks of the show now. So without further ado, let's unveil this bad boy. Islam Makhachev Color Blast. It's in really good shape too. So there you see the back. They're not numbered, but they are very rare. So very happy to get that. We didn't get the second auto, but this is what we got instead. So let's put that up, get some more lights on it. Just take some time to enjoy this one. So yeah, that was our night. Like I said, I think that might be the best box we have. You know, the other two are going to be hard to top. So yeah, Islam Color Blast, love it. So that is that's our box of 2023 Prizm. Got two more left, and then we'll figure out the rest of the show after that. We may be making some changes to the format. may start, going into our trusty box that we have sitting over here that's got, some more card lots that I've put together. Like I said, big ones, really big ones, Tom Aspinall. Got pretty good Juliana Pena. There's some Habib, really good Habib is actually, some Islam, and now this one to go along with that. We've got Hamzat and Shavkat, so we've got all those that we've been kind of holding back because we've been going through these boxes, but we're going to start getting into some of the stuff that I don't have listed yet, and that I've kind of been holding on to for a little while. And like I said, really excited for that and what we have coming up in the next few weeks. And also, like I said before, if you need 2023 Donruss, if you need a full set 1 through 200, I've got 5 or 6 of those. If you need, I have one full set of everything, 1 through 225, all the Rated Rookie, all the Authority of the Octagon, and one of every insert. So if you need a full, complete set of Donruss, I have one. So let me know, and I probably have a full set of Prizm. I haven't looked at that one as closely yet, but if you need Donruss and Prizm, if you want a full set of the base cards, let me know. And like I said, you can reach me a few different ways at our website, orange-fire.com. You can email me, russ@orange-fire.com, or you can find me on X, @FightCardsRuss, or @OrangeFireMedia. Find me on Facebook, Russ Renault, or Orange Fire Media. And also check out our eBay store. Everything that's not claimed here on the show goes to eBay the following week. And so you can find that Orange Fire lots of lots. And you may see one card listed, but you're probably going to get every card of that fighter that I have. So you're going to get more than what you pay for usually, unless I just don't have it. So that is our show for this week. It's another one. I loved it. Appreciate you being here. Next week, like I said, we've got a fight night from the Apex in Las Vegas with a lightweight co-main